What is up, guys? I'm your friendly neighborhood web war fanatic, and we're in reporter mode today. So, Fantasy Flight Games just did a live stream with their team where they played the Trickster Takeover scenario pack, the Loki scenario pack. They played the first scenario, which is Enchantress. So, I highly recommend that you guys go check out this video for yourselves to get the information straight from the source. But I'll be going over some of the more spicy stuff that happened during the live stream. But basically, some members of the team here played a 4-player game against Enchantress. Aaron played a Aggression Valkyrie deck where he modified the Precon. Peter played a Protection Silk deck. He also modified the Precon. Olivia played Shuri Black Panther, the Precon deck Injustice. And then Frank, to the very right, played a Leadership Thor deck. So very, very cool that a lot of them actually modified the Precons and created their own decks here. It was very cool to see. So yeah, definitely go check it out. But yeah, let's jump over to promos. And promos are finally back in Marvel Champions. Where is it? It's somewhere down. Let me skip a little bit further. Okay, here we go, guys. So this is for the Civil War expansion that's coming out for Marvel Champions. And if you guys do not know, in the expansion box, there's going to be 4 new scenarios with Captain America, Spider-Woman, Captain Marvel, and Iron Man as the villains in each scenario. And these are the new promo cards for them. They look really, really cool. The art style is a lot different than what we've seen before in the past from previous promo cards. But I'm not hating at all. These look really awesome. It looks like a very clean finish, very modern, kind of like we're ushering in a new age of Marvel Champions. They did confirm that you can get these promos at Gen Con, at the Fantasy Flight Games booth and all that. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to Gen Con, but for you guys that can make it there, I'm really excited for y'all, and hopefully you guys can get some promos here. It's really, really cool to see promos back in Marvel Champions. Basically, since I started playing the game around Next Evolution, the only promos that came out were the Next Evolution promos, and I got these from my local game store. We did like an organized play event, and then they allowed us to get these, which is really cool. And they had promos, previously, before the Next Evolution wave, like Mutant Genesis had it, and then some of the older waves had promos as well. But unfortunately, since then, promos have kind of been canceled. So there haven't been promos for like the last few waves for Age of Apocalypse or for the Age of the Shield. So really cool to see that they're back in Civil War. And normally I'm a lot more hyped for the hero promos. I didn't really care as much for the villain promo cards because it's not like really like I'm playing the villains, right? I'm playing the heroes. But these villain promo cards right here for Civil War look really cool. Obviously, because they're kind of like, heroes and not really like villains, right? You have Captain America, Spider-Woman, Captain Marvel, and Iron Man. So yeah, these are really cool. Hopefully you guys can get them. I'm not sure if they're going to have any other promos, for the heroes that are coming out. But fingers crossed, I'm excited for it. A little bit further on in the video, they actually addressed why they decided to do Loki as a scenario pack, because we already have a Loki scenario from Mad Titan Shadow. He was the 5th and final scenario, in that box. So they go over a little bit here.
To talk about briefly, why did we decide to revisit Loki? Well, we're going into Enchantress, obviously, in this set, but Loki's been in a previous set before, and now they're back.
Yes. Yeah, basically, we liked Loki. Obviously, he's a fun villain from a narrative perspective and whatnot. And the first time we visited him, he had the Infinity Gauntlet as part of requirement for that set. So whenever you fought him, you always had to fight with the Infinity Gauntlet, which isn't like always his thing, right? He stole it in the storyline, but like he doesn't always have it. So it was a fun way to revisit the character and not require you to engage with that mechanic as part of it. Additionally, he's obviously a fan favorite, and he makes sense as the sort of epic multiplayer. He brings all of these people together to try to deal with him. He's such a master of illusions and everything, that he was a fun character to kind of upscale to be this grand threat that we all have to work together to defeat. So he seemed like a real solid choice to pick for that.
Yeah, so really cool there, guys. So you heard it here. So Loki, I mean, he is a fan favorite. I love Loki a lot. I'm sure a lot of you guys also like Loki, but a lot of complaints from community. It looks like Fantasy Flight Games may have heard that, and they've been considering that, because a lot of people, myself kind of included, we're not the biggest fan of the Loki scenario in Mad Titan Shadow, because he has the Infinity Gauntlet. It just doesn't really feel as much like Loki. It feels more like the Infinity Gauntlet's kind of taken over that scenario. So a lot of us wanted a Loki scenario without the Infinity Gauntlet, And yeah, they heard us, guys. We have the Trickster Takeover, so it is the official Loki scenario that does not have the Infinity Gauntlet required to play with it. So we just have a fresh new Loki here with just his Trickster stuff. But yeah, really cool. I really think that they heard, you know, us, the community, talking about it, and that's kind of why they decided to do that. That's just my headcanon. Maybe not. Maybe just a coincidence, but yeah, that's pretty cool to see. And then near the end of the video, there may be one more small bit of new news that may be of interest for you guys. So basically, someone asked a question about the new Civil War expansion. So basically, that does introduce, you know, player versus player, the new competitive mode to Marvel Champions. And someone asked basically, is there going to be like tournaments for this new, you know, PvP mode, like, you know, Star Wars Unlimited, or like just other, you know, trading card games, how they have like tournaments and stuff like that. And this is Fantasy Flight Games' response.
While we are going to be doing a competitive mode for Civil War, we don't have any concrete plans to make a competitive scene. If you've seen if you've read Peter's article on Civil War, you know that our competitive format is quite different than most others. And so there's not like an intention to do tournaments. But that said, I always encourage the fans to, if you guys want to make tournaments, you know, do it.
Yeah, so it seems like it's going to be like much more chill and not really like, you know, pushing that competitive scene. But they did note that, you know, for now, they don't have plans. So that could be something that opens up in the future if the competitive mode really picks up. But I think as of right now, the scene and like the community for Marvel Champions, we kind of prefer to play more of like a co-op, just like a more chill style. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely open to if that competitive mode picks up.
Give us brackets.
This game's always been competitive and casual, and you know, very much like kitchen table fun experience where players can sort of make their own house rules as they choose to you know, make the game more fun and thematic for them, or you know, play it the way that they want to. And I think that's still true of Civil War. It's fun to have a head-to-head experience, but it's also like, if you want to ban a character that's strong, then you do that at your house, and you can craft your own meta that's enjoyable for everyone that you're playing with. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. It's very much like we put a lot of tools in a toolbox, and we trust the community with the tools that they're going to build the environment they want to play in, that they're going to build the scene they want to play in.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so you heard it here. We're banning Deadpool from PvP mode, you know, in my house at least. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't know if Deadpool's going to be that strong. He may be, because he's able to rush so quickly. But maybe building out might actually be, you know, good for PvP. We have no clue yet. But yeah, I mean, basically any really overpowered heroes, you can definitely just ban yourself and be like, hey, you can't play a hero whenever we're playing PvP. But yeah, there's just some really short news from this video here for you guys. Hopefully this was informative. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.